Hi, my name is Richard Brummel and I'm going to have a chat with a walk and a talk today with our collectors auction cup on Friday the 17th of March. Now at Charterhouse Auctioneers we like to mix the old with the new, and I've got this wonderful pinball machine here now. Now it does make a lot of noise and I'm not going to play it too well, but see how cool I look? Yeah, it's not going to shut up now, I understand that, but what a cool thing, if you've got your man cave, I mean obviously women are allowed this as well. Look at that, I haven't done anything, I've got a bonus of 175,000 or whatever. It's going to continue playing, so we're going to walk on this way. But what a great cool thing. We've you can probably see the light up the top there now. I've had a couple of days holiday and I think all the staff have done, that's you included George behind the camera, is play with it, and they've been getting that red light flashing around. But also mechanical are these long case clocks. I'll tell you what, there we are, I have the power. So we've got some long case clocks as well. This is interesting. This is an Edwardian, all singing, all dancing long case clock. I think it strikes on a nest of 8 bells with some gongs as well. Lovely marquetry inlaid decoration to it. Clock like that, probably about £1,000, but late 19th, maybe early 20th century. But this is one of my other favourites here. I mean, talk about tall and stick thin. Obviously the clock, not me. What a charming little 17th century long case clock. And you can see where the expression long case comes from. This is made of walnut, and this has got the same estimate as the Edwardian long case clock there, between sort of £700 and £1,000. So it's going to be interesting to see whether the old or the newer, which one performs particularly well. So lots of clocks on sale, lots of furniture we've got coming on through. We've got bureau bookcase, dining tables, chairs. We have very, very pretty little oak and elm miniature tabletop chest of drawers. Some people call them apprentice pieces. Sometimes they were just made for a bit of fun, and that I think is at about £300 or £400. We've got Dutch floral marquetry inlaid furniture behind the wardrobes. Over here we have chest of drawers and wardrobes and bits and pieces. It's going to walk past Rupert. Hello Rupert. Now don't forget to smile for the camera. That's it, well done. Over here we have hundreds of pieces of Swarovski. Now I've been practicing how to pronounce that properly. And we've got rare pieces here. We've got not so rare pieces. We've got pieces individually from sort of £300 to £400 through to a little mixed lot at £50 to £80. There's a lifetime collection there. Then through in the back sale room, we have our usual huge selection of ceramics. This is unusual. We've got a collection of post boxes. We have the crested ones. We have Goss, Arcadia, Carltonware, on through to more modern ones. Basically, the guy just loved post boxes. We've got Benjamin Bunny there. We've got brass ones. We've got telephone boxes. Interesting lot to collect there. £50 to £100, I suppose. We've got Moorcroft. Lots of pictures. We have a pride of, do you get a pride of these, do you, George, or not? No. George is looking particular. George is sounding more vacant than I look. So anyhow, a load of big old cats there. More ceramics, Dutch ceramics, and this is interesting. This is a come up from a client in Cornwall. Lovely Chinese famille rose plate here, and that's at between sort of £300 and £500. That, so we travel far and wide, and that was discovered one of our regular valuation days. And you can always ping us an email if you've got something to sell, which is info@charterhouse-auction.com. Up through here we've got trains, we've got more ceramics, pictures, more clocks, lots of lovely clocks here. We've got chiming, we've got this is nice as well. This is quite a nice early Nicole Frere cylinder music box here, kind of an early iPod really, that, but that would have been quite a thing in its day. Lots of lovely clocks, big clocks, small clocks, fat clocks, little clocks, bracket clocks, clocks that chime away, timepieces that don't chime. We have a phonograph here. Can you hear me? Yep, okay, that didn't go quite as well as I thought it was going to. An early wax with some wax cylinders as well, and that's probably £200 or £300. Photographs, more tools. We've got some banjos and bits and pieces. And again, even the great thing about the collector sales, we never know what we're going to see. And this is the divine little Victorian model of a house here. It's actually made out of cork, so a really quite interesting thing there. But as it's collectors, we've got lots of coins and medals and stamps. So he's going to pop on through back in here, and I'm going to pop into the cabinets here, and George, you can just squiz on round to the other side. So in the cabinets here we have, now there's a reason why I'm an auctioneer and not a rock star. Yeah, we've got a Fab 4 Beatles guitar here. You know, I too could be, well, Ringo? No, I don't think so somehow. But these are very, very sought after. This is the new sound guitar here. And, you know, you can imagine people singing along to the favourite Beatles song with this. 1960s, early 60s. Personally, I don't think they have a very good liking to Paul and John and George and Ringo. I don't know if you can come and have a close-up of them there. I think Ringo's pretty good, but Paul, I think, is Paul looks pretty much just like John, really, when you look at it there. For one like that, a nice little Beatles collector's item there. That's probably between sort of £60 and £100. At the other end of the scale, we've got a wonderful collection of medals here. Now, this chap here, this is him there in his glory. This is Francis Mason. He was in the Royal Artillery, taken prisoner in about 1940. And had quite a long distinguished career after the war as well, and he ended up as being a beefeater, so those chaps in brightly coloured attire guarding the Queen up in London there. And it's straight from the family. The family sent this through in the post to us. It's an internet inquiry, and this is estimated between £1,000 and £1,500. And also still on the collector's items, we've got probably tens of thousands of stamps. Now this is an interesting album. This is an album we have an estimate between sort of £500 and £800 here, and this is just a little selection of Victorian and Edwardian stamps here, and that's the value one here, £1 stamp. Now, someone will probably tell a statistic that the average wage for a Victorian housemaid was something like £5 a week or £5 a month, I don't know. But to put a £1 stamp on an item was a huge, huge value stamp in its day. And the album, say, between £500 and £800. Also on the collector's fronts, we have a lot of coins as well. And this is one of my favourite coins in the sale, which is dated 1572. I'm afraid most auctioneers don't have to be rocket scientists there. And what is interesting about this is Elizabeth I. So we currently live in the Elizabethan period, but this is the first Elizabethan period here. And she's interesting because we changed from the hammered coin, which is what this is, through to the milled coin. That's the mechanically produced one there. And for a little sixpence like that, that's probably about sort of £40 or £50. Not a huge amount of money for something that's made in 1572. But we do see quite a number of them. Also, we see a great number of gentlemen's watches here. Now, this may look like some just nice old vintage wristwatch here, but it's a Rolex. And this is particularly interesting because it's a nice early Rolex dating to the 1930s. And this is very much a collector's item here. Yes, we've got a crack on the dial. Yes, it's been pre-loved, pre-worn, used and abused, but it is still worth probably between £500 and £1,000. Very much a collector's item here. Also the collectibles, we love our toys, we love our cars here, and a nice little collection of just pre and post-war Dinky and Corgi and other cars there. Always a little bit play-worn, but actually condition not too bad. And for a nice little mixed lot, that's lot 439 coming up in the auction, that's probably between sort of £200 and £300. But again, right at the other end of the scale again, we've got boxes. Now, what do we love about boxes? What's going to be inside it? We open this one up here, and you see the most amazing Royal Worcester porcelain tea set here. And not the sort of thing which I'd want to use. We wouldn't get much to drink in it, would you really? And obviously really designed as a cabinet piece. This is not suitable for the dishwasher, I'm afraid. So if you do use it, don't whack it through the dishwasher. Wonderful with the gilt decoration here. We've got the lovely puce marks to the reverse of it as well. And all the gilt decoration and the spoons. And this is estimated between £1,200 and £1,500. And this one's come up from a client in Bournemouth, this one has. I don't think they ever really used it. So, bit of a whistle-stop tour through the collector's auction coming up on March the 18th. You can check out all our lots on our website on www.charterhouse-auction.com. You can ask them for some condition reports or some more digital photographs, and that's really about it. We've got probably approaching 1,000 lots, some very much the good, the bad, and a bit of the ugly as well, but a bit of a taste, a bit of a flavour for you. I hope you enjoyed the walk and talk, and we'll see you at the next auction.